Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And listen, I am still here in Pakistan. I'm still doing my legal internship. It's going really great. But anyways, I'm bringing this video for you guys today because, trigger warning for some of you, A-level results day. Did you guys forget that results day is coming very soon? And I am sorry, okay? But we need to be prepared, and that's why I'm very quickly going to tell you about the new app called the Clearing app. For those who don't know what clearing is, it's the process that you go through at the end of your A-levels if you unfortunately did not get the best grades you wanted to get, or if you just want to apply to another university through the clearing system. There's another thing called adjustment, which is where you get grades that are above what you expected and you apply again through the similar system, and this is for clearing and adjustment. I went through adjustment the first time I got my A-level results because I got better than I expected, but what people don't know about adjustment, it is the same spaces that are available for clearing will be available for adjustment. They don't open new spaces for you. It's all the ones on the Clearing app. So how do we use this? So this is the app. It's a blue teal app called Clearing. The first things first is you register for free and you create a free account. You put your first name, you put your second name, you put your subject area, your preferred university, and then you register. And then from there you can put your UCAS grades or your pretty UCAS grades, and you can select what subject you want to do, and they will give you a whole list of universities that you can contact. So let me show you. Hypothetically, if I'm searching for psychology as my degree, because that's the degree I did, it will bring up all these universities here. Aston University, which has psychology and business, University of Greenwich, Coventry University, Bournemouth University, Canterbury, East Anglia, Essex, Winchester. There's a Brunel. Oh, I know people at Brunel. I know people at all these unis. So you have all of them there. But what's the unique selling point is that with this, you can request a call back, or you can call the university directly. That's a unique selling point, and that is something that I never had during when I went through clearing or when I went through adjustment. I actually got a list and I wrote down all the universities the day before results day that I was going to contact. So this kind of prepares it for you there and then. Technology is really coming through, you know. I'm jealous. You can even save the university and the course, and you can call them back later on. My favorite thing of the app is that it also helps you with accommodation. So you guys know that if you apply to university and you firm a choice, you're guaranteed accommodation. If you don't firm a choice, if they're your insurance or if it's clearing, you're not confirmed accommodation. And that's why I didn't go to Surrey, even though I got offer through adjustment the first time I was applying for university, because they couldn't guarantee me accommodation and I didn't know who to call or anything like that. But this has it available, so you can be put into touch with a accommodation service provider. So I'll put the link in the description box down below, and please check it out and recommend it to anyone you know who has results day coming up. So that is that. Now let's get into the video. So now we've established that people are going to get their results and go to university, I wanted to share you guys some rumors and some things that have been spread about me at university, mainly because I was talking to one of my students. You guys know that I'm tutoring now in sociology A-level, and I was talking to one of my students just briefly about what university life is like. This is something that probably will happen. It won't happen for everyone, but it might happen to some people. Even at Cambridge, which is, you know, big Cambridge, everyone there is so amazing and smart apparently, people still spread a lot of stuff, and I wanted to share with you guys my favorite rumors that were spread about me. Number one, this one, okay, I will say is not a university one. This started at sixth form, but when I was in sixth form in A2 year, some people thought that I was doing voodoo and I was doing juju and black magic and all this sort of things to get good grades. I mean, I was kind of happy because I wasn't being known as the student who was camp and flamboyant and crazy anymore. I was being known as the student who was getting good grades. For subjects like sociology, I was doing well. Every single grade was an A or an A star, like in mock exams, or we called it key assignments, like homework. A star, A star, A star, A star, A star, A star. I will say there was one B, and that was because I love you, Miss Bucock, but my teacher decided to do this thing where she paired people up like with abilities. So I was the highest achieving student, so I was paired with the lowest achieving student, which I love them, you know, they were a good friend of mine, but obviously, you know, thanks sis for the B. In psychology A-level as well, like, you know, I started off, you know, just trying to get a B, and I got B's, A's, and then A stars, and eventually got an A star. With English, again, it was, you know, C's and B's and B's again, and then A's, and then full marks in my coursework. So in my sixth form, I was, yes, one of the few students, probably in a long time, who was getting good grades. Some people at my sixth form you know, they weren't familiar with that, they weren't used to that, so a lot of people said some stuff. People thought I was literally making dolls of my teachers, people thought that I was doing all this praying behind the scenes, probably to the Illuminati, trying to say, please get me these good grades. The reality is that I did so well in sixth form because in my A-level year, I really set my priorities straight. I was inspired to do well and to get out of my house, to be honest with you, because I hated living with my family and stuff like that. And then I also just put in the work, and I made studying my life. I sacrificed a lot of time spending with friends. I just worked my part-time job, and I came back and I studied. Even though I was working at my part-time job in the call center or in Primark, I was still like revising in my head. I know that sounds dumb. Even though I was working in M&S, I would print out receipts and I would revise on that. I know it sounds so stupid, but that's what I would kind of do. Like, revision became my everyday type of thing. And so I just worked really, really hard. But apart from that, I guess I'm a master at voodoo. So that was my first room that was spread about me. Okay, so now these rumors are going to be when I went to university, right, when I went to Cambridge. So there were many spread about me, but one of my favorites is that when I ran for the role of student vice president, I only wanted to do it for power because I'm a power-hungry person. Okay, I will say this. When I ran for student vice president, I originally was running for president because I saw that there was a lot of changes that could have been made. And yes, with the success of doing YouTube for half of my first year and where it was going and taking me, and some of the policies that we were low-key changing at the time, I was like, you know what, I'd be a good president. I'm a good face for the college. I'm a good person in terms of I want to create change, and I had enthusiasm and I had charisma, right? So I wanted to run for president. But then I saw someone called Brian who was going to go against me. We actually met. Brian was an amazing president. He had all the logistical skills, and he knows how to talk to these people at my college who I don't know how to communicate with sometimes, even till today, because they are a lot more older than me, and that just brings problems in itself. But so I then ran for the role of vice president. And looking back now, I realized that a lot of the reasons why my college didn't really like me from staff and students is because people just literally weren't ready for me. Like, that was literally it. I came in to Cambridge fresh with a different perspective on life, someone who's come from the bottom in some sense, and someone who's really been able to just be so unapologetic. And when I mean I was here to change shit, I really was here to change shit, and I did that. But when I was applying for vice president, people just didn't like me. You know, when you're so different, it can be beneficial for you because you offer a different perspective, but it can also harm you because people want someone like them to run for these roles. So when you do it and you're someone who is from a different environment, you know, people just more say shit. So I got told that I was doing it for power, right? The reality was I wasn't, because being vice president of a college that isn't that well known at all, compared to being a YouTuber who was helping this college with their publicity, who was doing other things, who was kind of creating a lot more change and had a bigger audience, this should have been my priority. But I decided to do vice presidency because I wanted to create change, not just globally or to what level I did, but also to like my own home, you know, because at the end of the day, WOLFSON was my home. So that's why I ran for vice president, and I won. But here's the little tea for you. 50 people voted against me out of 200 people. But I still won, right? But you know what the sad thing is? No one was running against me. So 50 people still... I have a list. I made the list up myself because I think I know it was the people... 50 people voted against me. The reality is that when I campaigned, I basically said that I would only be vice president if Brian wins. I wouldn't be vice president if this person wins, because I don't agree with the way their manifesto is, and I just feel like Brian will be a better president. So that's why a lot of people voted against me, because they were voting for this person. So I kind of deserve that. But for power, that wasn't the case. But once again, people will make up anything. And these are people who are like kind of close to me saying this stuff, but it is what it is. Another rumor that was spread around me in my college, this really pissed me off. Now, this was from a student who I think studies classics. I have no idea. There's me and there's this person, let's call them M, and then I have this mutual friend. Now, this mutual friend was telling me that, oh, because, you know, we chill with them in the boat club, they've been saying this and this and this about me. And what they've been saying is that Ibs is actually really, really, really rich, and he lies on camera and says that he's poor, and he victimizes himself, and he's just benefiting from getting more money, and he's actually just lying to everyone. Okay, Okay. Bear in mind that I have never met this person. I've never spoken to them face to face in my life. But once I heard that rumor, I noticed that every time they saw me, they would always give me a dirty look. And at first I was kind of upset about it, but knowing that the whole college just said that this person is a negative person anyway, you got some demons that you need to work on yourself. But let me tell you what really pisses me off about this one. When you have a white, privileged man at Cambridge say that I'm lying to followers, that I'm rich, it's just so dumb and stupid. Like, I don't know how to prove that I'm from an underclass background. Working class means that your parents have jobs. My family, dude, I'm lone parent and I'm raised on the welfare state. Child benefit, income tax, disability allowance, that is how my family funds itself. So hearing that I am someone that lies to my followers to get clout, and then use that money to buy myself things, the money I do make sometimes, which is not a lot by the way, bear in mind that I have not done YouTube for the past year, so I'm in so much debt, but the fact that like I do that to make money to then buy myself things, I give my money to my family, I try to help certain people pay off their rent arrears. If you don't know what rent arrears is, count yourself lucky. But to say that I'm lying to people, that I'm poor, like, okay, because you grew up on free school meals, you grew up having to work at Primark and call center just so you could buy yourself a desk, okay, just so you can buy yourself stationery, just so you can buy yourself a laptop, okay, but I'm the one that's rich, okay. One thing that I had to establish really quickly is that people will talk about you because I am someone who is online. People do know me in Cambridge, so just have to get used to it, right? But one thing I didn't think that would happen to me is like things when it comes to relationships, okay? So let me tell you this story. There is a person at Cambridge who was a first year when I was a finalist, okay? And they messaged me and they were like, hey Ibs, you know, I'll change some of the words so that I can protect them, but like, they're like, oh hey Ibs, I am crazy like you, I come from this background and I'm really here to like represent at Cambridge, I thought we should be friends. Final year, you know, I was going for my own stuff in October, November, so I didn't really reach out. Then when I kind of came back in January, we were at the club called Cindy's and I saw this person and this person looked sad. And the first thing that went in my mind was, I bet they're one of those students who came here willing to like change things and really represent, but they got lost in how homogenous Cambridge is and how hard it is, and they were in the club and they just looked a bit sad. So as a senior, as the finalist, I went up to them and I did what any person would do. Hi, how are you? I hope you're good. I hope Cambridge is treating you well. Just remember, you know, you're one of the best and that's why you got in here. And if you ever need someone to talk to, like, here's my Instagram. And, you know, just good luck with everything you do. And let's have a quick hug. And that was it. That was it. Wallahi, that was it. 2 days later, someone from Paxoc messaged me this Snapchat of that person who then went on their Snapchat, who took a picture and posted, hey, guys, guess what? Ibs Mo just tried to make a move to me. Or Ibs Mo just asked me out or something like that. And I'm just like, I literally... The thing is, guys, yeah. Okay, I'll tell you something else that happened. So then I think like a couple of weeks later, I was at another club and I'm trying to get a Coke, yeah, Coca-Cola at the bar. Someone comes up to me and they're like, oh my god, hey Ibs, you know, I really like your channel, and that happens a lot and that's fine, and again, I appreciate it, and what did I say? I will always say thank you. I really like your channel, and they were getting really close to me, like really close, to the point like, okay, personal space. Then they try to like, oh, you know, you're my type, you're a brown guy. Okay, fetishization, okay guys. Okay. So like, oh, you're a brown guy, you're just my type. And I was just like, okay, trying to avoid them. And I was like, thank you so much. And they were like, oh, come on. And I was just like, no, like, I don't really want to. And people are watching, like, no. What I think you guys should very quickly understand about me is that I am a nun. Like, I'm a nun. I had my first kiss at 22. I'm a nun. Like, I don't really do this sort of things. I hold it against anyone, but I just don't do these sort of things. And I was like, okay. And they kind of got pissed off at me because I basically wouldn't kiss them. And then it just takes one person, right? One person sees it who goes to Cambridge, and that's all you need for it to spread around the whole uni, which was then, oh, Ibs is kissing this person, Ibs is making out with this person, oh, Ibs, are you dating this person? And this happened in February, I think, and I was just like, what the hell, man? I did message that person who was like, Ibs mate asked me out, and I was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I literally just asked you, are you okay? And then they sent me pictures of themselves crying. They're like, I'm so sorry, I'm so... And I was like, why are you now the victim here? Like, what the hell? But as the finalist, as the senior, okay, work on yourself, thank you, next. And so I'll tell you another rumour that actually is like this, that really affected my second year. So remember, like, ISOC, the Islamic Society, in second year I was really trying to find my iman or connect with God, and really try to work on my religion. And so doing that through the Islamic Society kind of was the pathway for me. Looking back now, I kind of don't really care about Islamic Society at all, because I feel like that is an indication of my relationship with God. But anyways, at the time, you know, it was all new to me, or I was getting back into religion, so I was like, you know, let me like go full force. And I really tried a lot with ISOC, and really tried to like just get myself in there. Bear in mind that like I don't even know Arabic. I just learned how to pray in second year, thanks to Ashfa. It was new to me, so I was going in as a stranger, and there was someone in ISOC who we just spoke like so low-key once on Snapchat, like once, and straight away I hear this person's been saying this about you. Oh, they said, oh, Ibsmo's asking you out, Ibsmo this, Ibsmo that, won't leave me alone. And I was like, what? Like, why? And I think what made it worse was they were telling people in ISOC this, the Islamic Society, that I'm acting all haram and I'm acting all crazy, when I actually was trying to get into that. And I feel like it changed a lot of people's opinions. A lot of the people in ISOC, it changed their opinion about me, because after that I definitely felt like, okay. The reality is that I'm so insecure when it comes to relationships and affection and things like that. Like, I got dumped, didn't I? And then I had to run away to Malaysia, that's just to show you how emotional I am. So then why would I now go and ask people out in the club? I literally got like once a month. I am so boring. People think I'm this pie animal. I'm so... Okay, this is probably one of my favorite ones, and this is probably my most recent rumor that's been spread around me. Now, someone from Downing College said this about me, and I think that they have a role on the committee as well. They're also part of the India Society. I think it's the India Society or the Hindu Cultural Society. And the reason why I'm saying this is because they're part of the committee, which is supposed to help with access, and they are part of the India Society, which is, they're brown, yeah? They said to one of my friends that Ibsmo, the only reason why I got into Cambridge is because I am a brown token student. I am the token brown student. It's funny because two reasons. It's funny because you're literally supposed to be the person to get rid of these conversations happening in Downing and in Cambridge. I'm sure you made a manifesto that said that you want to help people with this, and this, and you are literally the instigator of these conversations. Like, I don't really know, like, okay. I got in because despite being brown, despite coming from a free school meal background where only 3% of Cambridge students are represented by that group, despite coming from Hackney, despite the fact that I was one of the few, I'm the only person in my family to do A-levels, despite the fact that I had to work a part-time job and make money, the fact that during my 3 years at Cambridge I still was a provider for my family, I still got in, and I still got my A*. Cambridge and admission students have said this to me, the ones who interviewed me, because I've asked them, right? I've asked what was the reason, one key reason why I got in, and they've all said the same thing, because of my resilience. That's why I got into Cambridge. The fact that I'm brown just adds to the fact that, bitch, I still got into Cambridge. People think, oh, white private school people are the enemies and they're the ones who are so problematic to access. It comes from your own community. How are you from India Soc and you're saying that I'm a token brown student? Like, you're you know what? It's a rumour, it was spread. I laugh at it because I mean, it's fucking funny, and it is what it is. Like, you're allowed to have your opinion, and the reality is, guys, the moment I put myself online, I am welcoming those opinions and I'm welcoming those criticisms. And so rumors happen, man, but at the end of the day, you just need to know yourself. And alhamdulillah, I have really good friends that let me know that, and you guys mention that to me on a daily basis. So it's like all these rumors are white noise that I kind of just need to phase off in the background. I'm very lucky because I have someone in my life, my friend Christina, who in my eyes is absolutely amazing. Believe me, she has her problems, but she's absolutely amazing. I love her. And sometimes I think that like, God let this person into my life because I'm doing something right. I know this means I'm putting her on a pedestal and we probably might not be friends in 2 years time, let's just see, but I feel like I'm doing something right to have really nice people in my life, people who I look up to, people who making me a better person. If I'm doing something wrong and rumors spread about that, my friends will tell me, but that hasn't happened. I'm trying to show people that when you go to uni, or if you're at uni now, people will spread things, but it will go like that. The rumors that spread around me in first year go, in second year go, third year go, all the rumors I've said, no one probably even cares about them right now. And you just have to laugh at them. But you can't sort of let these rumors get to you and let them bring you down, because the reality is everyone spreads crap about anybody. People that we don't even know. I don't like Rita Ora that much. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't really get her. I've never met her, so why am I still talking about her? It's kind of the same principle as, well, people haven't met me and they talk about me. Why am I getting hurt about that? People will talk. It's evolutionary. And one thing that I told my friends to do is, when you hear something about me, don't tell me. Unless you think it's important for me to know and it's actually gonna benefit me or help me, don't tell me. Here's a quote that one of my friends gave me. If somebody is shooting an arrow at you, the arrow is coming to you, who is your friend to then grab that arrow and stop it, but then put it in your heart? So even if you're friends and you hear rumors of other people, think, do they need to know this? When I started YouTube and I heard these rumors, I was a bit like, why? Like, why do people feel the need to say this about me? Like, it's not true, it's not true. Like, why is it that people think I'm a bad person when I'm trying not to be? Why is it that I feel like I need to please everyone and get everyone to know the real me? The reality is I don't. I absolutely do not need to impress anyone but myself. Maybe do well for my family, and make sure my friends are happy with me and my future kids. And I like to believe that even though people do chat shit about me, I did win a couple of awards, and like, I have been recognized by some really important people, and people do tell me that they are inspired by the videos I do. So I think I am doing okay, and I think that people are just spreading rumors because of either ignorancy, jealousy, or because we all love to spill the tea on everyone. And so as much as we don't like it, we all do it. So my final point is, rumors will spread about you, but I think it's about how you internalize those rumors and what you do with them. But maybe you can hold on to that rumor. Maybe it can motivate you to prove people wrong, or because we can't establish that we need to prove anything to anyone, you can hold on to that rumor and just let it fuel you to do well, and know that you are that bitch that people are talking about. So if you can be that bitch that people are talking about in a negative sense, one day you'll be that bitch that people can talk about you in a positive sense. Come on, positive moral story. Okay guys, that is it from me today. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please check out the clearing app down below. Please follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Snapchat and LinkedIn, as I am currently in Islamabad and I'm trying to get into the corporate world. I will be going abroad next to Thailand, and then I'll be going to Malaysia. So just please stay tuned, and I just hope you found this video useful, and maybe share it with someone who you feel like people are spreading shit about them as well. But just, you know, swipe delete, bitch, bye. Okay guys, I love you. Mwah.